Hey, what's up, everyone? Sorry it took so long to get this done. My house has been kind of crazy. Fall 4, my kids are in activities, and it's been nuts. So sorry to get this out so late. Week 6, pretty cool poetry. I haven't done it in a really long time. I've read it, haven't wrote it. My early memories of poetry, my sister had to do Paul Revere's Ride when she was really young, and she had to memorize it for a class. So like over her like reciting it for so long, I actually started remembering the poem, and it was pretty cool. That's probably like my earliest memory of poetry. Then later on in life, a book that stuck out as Tupac Shakur's A Rose That Grew From Concrete. It's basically a book of all his poetry and lyrics that he never used in songs, and it's really cool. Really digs deep into the struggle of life, poverty and stuff like that. So it's a pretty cool book. It's real raw and honest. My favorite poems, I'd have to say A Man Less Than His Best by Charles Peters. It's really long, but it's a good poem. And The Death of a Ball Turret Gunner, which is the complete opposite. It's a really short poem, but it carries like a lot of deep emotion, and it's a lot of stuff in like a really short amount of time. Real gut punch. For me, poetry doesn't come natural, and it's really tough, like as far as like structure and rhyme scheme. Like I could never master rhyme scheme. So like when I started making poems for classes, it'd be like roses are red, violets are blue. I don't know where I'm going now. Like, do I rhyme? Do I not rhyme? Do I skip a line then rhyme? Terrible at poetry. So this is going to be all new to me. The lecture was kind of cool because like I really didn't know that prior to like 1850 and prior to writers like Walt Whitman, I didn't know that poetry was like so prestige and like only people of power and people of nobility wrote poetry, and that was kind of cool to really understand. I didn't know that, it's words. Why would someone not be able to write it or read it, right? So that's kind of crazy. For me, my writing, like I said, I haven't written in a long time. I was in 10th grade 24 years ago, and that was probably the last time I have attempted to write any sort of poetry. If I'd write now, it'd be definitely more open form, because like I said, the rhyme schemes and stuff like that I'm just really not good at, and it's hard for me to grasp. Sorry for saying and I'm going to continue to do it. I don't know how to not do it. So the lecture was pretty good. That's one thing that really stood out to me. Writing styles, I mentioned, my view on poetry, my favorite poems. Let's see. Oh, so someone in their videos, Emily mentioned in their videos how music basically is her poetry now, right? Like the poetry she listens to or reads is mostly music, which is really cool because I guess if you look at it like that, all songs are poems, and it's really cool. So I guess that's also where I get most of my poetry from nowadays. I don't really necessarily pick up a poetry book or search, the internet for poetry, so music is where it's at, I guess, and that was pretty cool for her to point that out. And like I can listen to any sort of music, so it really, as long as it's telling a story, I don't mind what it is. I can listen to it. For my novel, I chose Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates. It's real powerful and raw, and I know that like we have the whole semester to read this basically, but honestly it's one of those books that once you start reading, you're 30, 40 page deep before you even know it. So it's not going to take me long to finish this book. I think I'm already 3/4 of the way done, and it reads a lot like a personal story. It's written directly to his son, which is really cool in a way that as you're reading it, you're thinking about it in the way that like the reader's thinking about it, but then you have to like go back and think, oh, he's writing this to his son, and like it's really powerful. And I gotta say, there's a part in the beginning of the book that was like a real smack in the face to me when he started to say, like, he described suburban world as being like organized around pot roast, blueberry pies, fireworks, ice cream sundaes, and stuff like that. And if you lived on the South Shore like I have most of my life, like this, you don't see that. Like that's what you see, right? Like that's how you grew up. I think I grew up with one black person in my whole class, all 12 years of school down in Hull. So to read what some of these people go through to protect themselves, and to even like think about some of the stuff, like a walk to school. Like my walk to school was like picking up acorns and like throwing them at cars and shit. Like that was like the worst of it. So like to hear these kids just like walking to school and, you know, throwing up the wrong sign or saying hi to the wrong person or even smiling at the wrong person can ultimately, you know, destroy what he says, destroy his body or ultimately get them killed. So Ta-Nehisi Coates is really, it's a really personal story, and I can't wait to finish it, honestly. So if anyone else is reading this book, there's an HBO documentary where a lot of celebrities read lines from his book, and it gives it a lot of depth to see like how many people actually relate to this story and just feel like it, you know, it's powerful to them as well. So I'm sorry if this video wasn't really well put together, but I've had kind of a long, crazy week and nowhere to really do this video, so I'm here at the beach doing it down the street. Yeah, thanks for listening, everyone. Hope everyone has a great rest of the semester.